What are some tips that you would give the audience for how to interview someone who you're going to trust with your money? Or what questions should we be asking before you just sign the line and say, yes, I trust you to invest my money for me?
So one thing is just to understand their background, because you have a lot of people who put their hands on other people's money and they have very different backgrounds. So if somebody is an accountant, they might be really good at accounting and really understand tax, but that doesn't make them good investors necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody was an insurance agent, right, and there are some investing, aspects to insurance, but they maybe started out there, they may not, they're going to be biased a certain way just because of our training, right? So a financial planner is going to come at it differently than somebody who is, say, in the wealth management area of a large bank, right? Or somebody who is in a brokerage firm. So part of it is looking at their backgrounds and their training. So that's one place to understand kind of where they're coming from. And I think it's really important to be okay not knowing and to ask questions from that place of being okay with not knowing, and then seeing how you feel based on the responses you get. So if in your body, because I really believe that like we have a very good gut, generally speaking, mm-hmm. If you feel like you're befogged, that interaction is not healthy. Because if you're your average, reasonably intelligent human being, right? If the person you're talking to leaves you feeling in a fog, it's not just you, right? So you want to work with somebody who helps you feel clearer about your thinking, not foggier. If you feel like a concussion grenade has gone off, like there's a lot of noise, a lot of smoke, a lot of, right? That's not how so
get
it's
up
kind
and
of
run.
right, exactly. It's like, why are they throwing jargon at me? Why are they being condescending, if they're being patronizing, right? If they're at all making you feel shamed or that's because there's a lot of the industry that's about gathering assets and not really about like proper stewardship. And I see a lot of people like that $6,000 IRA should have been a self-directed IRA, should have been in a target fund, low cost. And actually with that person, their advisor actually sat on that money for 6 months at a time when it would have been really good if they put it to work, because I think it just fell through the cracks. So number one is their background. Number two is, how do you feel when you talk to them, and ask the questions. And there is no such thing as a stupid question, for real, right? And if they're not willing to educate you, that means that they don't want clients who are intelligent or who are educated. They don't want to partner with you. That's right. A better way of putting it, right? You want someone who's going to feel like a partner with you, where they'll explain to you, these are the choices, these are the reasons, these are, if it were me, this is what I might do. And they never forget that it's your money and that you are paying them. If you feel like you're working for the other person and you're the one paying them, that is a big red flag. So part of it is how do you feel? Like, it's okay not to know. It's totally fine. It's how do you feel with what they're doing? And then there are some tips about how to actually look at what they're doing too. But that would be my first thing, is that I think so many people check their instincts at the door, mm-hmm. because they feel like they don't know enough. So they gaslight themselves. But if you feel crappy about the interaction, find somebody who doesn't make you feel crappy. Now, if there's somebody who just knows you and yeses you to death and whatever, that's not healthy either. And hopefully you have the right kind of ego to be able to tell the difference. But if you don't, I can't help you.